out at the screening. We've just seen Safe House, so Reece, over to you.
Yeah, Safe House, starring Denzel Washington, Ryan Reynolds. It's a very basic premise. It is basically about a CIA operative who is in the start of his career, played by Ryan Reynolds, who looks after the safe house and the guests at certain safe houses. On this occasion, the safe house is in Cape Town. And Denzel Washington is at the end of his espionage career, rogue, good, bad, whatever. Leave that to you when you watch the film to decide. He is at the different end of his career. So you've got two men at the different end of their career paths, but it happens to be espionage. And of course, Denzel Washington is the guest one night, and it all goes horribly, horribly wrong when Ryan Reynolds has to look after him. I have to say, Tez, I really enjoyed it. I'm not gushing, I'm not excited about it. It was formulaic, to say the least. It was well paced, it was well written, it was well directed, well acted, poorly photographed, poorly edited. Again, I'm sick and tired of the close-ups and the mid-shots intercutting too quickly to the point where you can't see what's going on. It doesn't make the scene frantic, it just makes it frantically annoying trying to view something. And there's nothing wrong with a bloody wide shot, mid-wide shot. Open up a little bit so I can see what's going on a little bit more. That's the only gripe I can really think about the film. The storyline for me was really, really good. Again, though, I have to say, I did see the bad guy was about 20 minutes into the film.
Yeah, I think that's partly to do with the casting.
Yes.
As well, you don't cast
Heavyweights.
somebody of that calibre for the role that was originally set up for them.
That was so well done, not giving anything away.
Absolutely. I'm with you on it. I really enjoyed it. It was much better than some of the draft we've seen recently.
Oh god, yeah.
It's an old tale. They don't do anything particularly special or original with it. Action sequences, the fights, the chases and everything, all done really, really well. Very visceral, very, very gritty. Slightly uncomfortable to watch in some cases because of how real it was.
Yeah, without giving it away, there is a torture scene.
Yes, yeah, and that was particularly
full on.
Yes, exactly. Performance-wise, Denzel Washington could have phoned this in his sleep, but didn't. He plays the amoral sociopath. You know, he's always good value as Denzel. I didn't like the casting of Ryan Reynolds.
Did you not? Because I thought they really bounced off each other.
They bounced off each other well, but I would have preferred an actor with slightly more charisma. Tended to spend most of the film looking like he'd been slapped with a wet kipper. He did have a slightly gormless look about him, which, you know, I was kind of watching it going, oh, for goodness sake, come on. You know, if you're a highly trained CIA operative, you wouldn't wander into a situation like this and look as clueless as he looked.
He did look like a fish out of water far too much. I do agree with you, but the thing is, you get down to that point then, is that his fault or is he directed to look like a fish out of water?
Yeah.
You know, because he is a good leading man. I think he did what he for what the role was. Maybe the script was the way it was, but he played it well. He played a good fish out of water, but I agree with you that the character shouldn't have been a fish out of water.
But I also...
much.
No, and I also, I've got to say this, I didn't care about his romantic subplot.
That was terrible.
There is, and completely unnecessary, there is a certain sequences where he in a relationship with a French doctor called Anna, and it's the whole thing of trying to protect her from his life and all that kind of stuff. And I just felt it completely unnecessary.
I agree.
Really. And actually detracted from the tension of the main kind of plot lines.
Yeah.
Other performances though, particularly good. Vera Farmiga, who is an actress that I really enjoy. She's good as one of the CIA honchos. Lovely little cameo by Robert Patrick.
There was a couple of action movie cameos. There was Robert Patrick from obviously many action films, including the role of the T-1000.
Terminator, yeah.
And also there was Ruben Blades in there from Predator 2 and other 80s action movies who I haven't seen in a movie for a while. And he was Carlos. He was the counterfeiter.
Right. Oh yes.
So he's another little role.
Yeah, I like that.
There was, that I do agree. There's some nice little bits like that.
Yeah, Sam Shepard as well.
Yes.
Was very, very good as.
And Liam Cunningham, the British actor,
yes,
fantastic. Emmerich
small role, but very, very well done. I pretty much said all I need to say about it. It's it's an old tale, well worn, nothing particularly original about it, but a very good thriller, very solid thriller. So I'm going to jump to a rating 3 out of 5. Yeah,
that's fair enough. I agree with Tez. It was very well put together, very well made, very well and very, very entertaining. I was thrilled when I was sitting there in my seats in my pants. But at the same time, I won't rush out and buy that on Blu-ray or DVD and have it on my shelf. So again, as a cinema night out, I agree with Tez. I think I agree with him. It's just formulatic. It does what it says in the tin. It does what it needs to do. There are no twists in the tale. There's nothing really twisty that I didn't see coming. That's the only downside. So yeah, I'll agree with you. 3 out of 5. We just got out of the cinema, obviously, as this is the Watchers. So we just went and watched the mighty British cast in, sir,
The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. What an absolute gem of a film.
A joy to watch.
I absolutely loved it. It's quite funny, I was talking to the people I work with about going to see this film, and one of the women suggested that I perhaps wouldn't appreciate it because I don't have enough, what did she call it, life experience. To which I can answer to that wholeheartedly. That's abject nonsense.
Completely.
The situations that are presented in the film are universal. It doesn't matter how old you are, and they actually balance the concerns and the storylines of the older characters with a really lovely subplot involving the young manager of the hotel, played lovely performance by Dev Patel of Slumdog Millionaire. And I was moved. I found it incredibly funny. You are asked to swallow a couple of interesting kind of facts. The first one being that such a raging xenophobe as Muriel is, the character played wonderfully by Maggie Smith, she's a complete and utter racist.
Oh yeah,
there's no denying.
When the film begins, she is completely racist.
Yeah, she goes to India to have a hip replacement because it's cheaper and she won't have to wait. But you do have to wonder, would that be enough for a character with such an ingrained sense of xenophobia to get on the plane? The other one is Judi Dench, God love her. She makes the least convincing call centre worker I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no, I didn't believe she could ever work.
No, but it's and I think it's only because it's Judi Dench. If it was anyone else, I mean, if it was Celia Imrie playing that character, you may quite believe.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
But a wonderful, the cream of British acting at the moment. Judi Dench, Maggie Smith, Tom Wilkinson, lovely performance by Bill Nighy, who's brilliant as usual. Penelope Wilton, Celia Imrie, Ronald Pickup are the 7 older characters who fly out to spend their golden years in India, and of course the hotel's not what it should be. But luckily, the good thing with it is it doesn't go down the Carry On Abroad routine, which it so easily could have. It could have been quite a crass comedy, and it didn't. It's much cleverer than that and much more gentle.
For me, I'd like to, just like what you said, Tez. For me, it felt like I was watching a piece of theatre on the screen. It was like I was thinking to myself, this would be a brilliant play. It would be a fantastic thing to watch on a stage with such a stellar cast. I would love to see it on a stage. What, not to gush and to bore people with the Brit tag, but what was fantastic about it was after the last couple of films I've watched, which have been either gutter trash, and This Is War not included in that. What was nice about this film was quite frankly, it was well made. It was exactly the things I've been saying that have been lacking in the last couple of films I've watched. Absolutely. It was well edited. They let a shot play out. I know it's different with this film to an action film and such like, but even in action films when characters are speaking and it's about the characters and it's about, dare I say the words, characterization, motivation, all these things that go into a dynamic of a scene. They think that flipping a shot to something else dramatically quickly is gonna punctuate something. It doesn't. It detracts from the performance. And what was brilliant here is, yes, it was British. It felt like a British movie. There was a British cast, and thank God that I actually got to see something well written for once, well edited, well photographed, and just, god damn, it was a good film.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to, you know, I could talk about this all day. It's one of those films I really, and a lot of people would think I wouldn't have gone and watched, and I'm glad I did.
Good. Yeah, it is one. I mean, I don't let the fact that it's an older cast put you off going. There is a series of adverts that the film has put in various newspapers, which are Facebook comments from people who've seen the film, and you've got people from the ages of 16 up to, you know, people in their 80s who have gone to see it and have unqualified love for this film. And don't let it put you off. You will not see a better ensemble cast at the height of their powers in a moving, funny, beautiful film. You know, 4.5 out of 5.
I'm gonna jump in there, and yeah, 4.5 out of 5 it is for me as well. It's a fantastic film. I would happily sit through it and watch it again. 4.5 out of 5. A brilliant, well-made film.
If I'm gonna die, I want to still be me.
I just can't afford to think like that.